Oh, wow. You can see it.
Yeah.
Wow. I like seeing you turn it on. I was like, is he going to be able to turn it on?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the JamEasy Times. Today on the show, Kanye's not going to the Grammys, Pete's not going to space, and which of daytime TV's two most legendary faces will we not be seeing anymore? All that and more today on the JamEasy Times. Welcome to the show. My old friend here, Colin Cummings.
Yeah.
Special guest. You might recognize him from Pros and Conquerors, the Bad Boys of History, Wagwan with the Wagwan, two of our past podcasts, and he's back for more. This is pretty much like an offshoot of Wagwan with the Wagwan, and the JamEasy does it from the end of the earth. It's like a little bit of a little bit of both.
It's literally exactly where you should be, like fucking variety show, fucking James Carson right here.
James Carson. Well, I will say, growing up, two of the people that I looked up to was Conan O'Brien as a Tonight Show guy. I always wanted to do that. Or if I was going to do daytime TV, Maury Povich.
You are a good blend of Conan O'Brien and Maury Povich.
Thank you. I take that as a huge compliment. And but that actually leads me into one of our top stories today, which is Maury Povich is calling it quits, man.
What?
Yeah.
For real?
This is going to be his within the next month or two, his last couple episodes. Yeah.
Wow.
So, and there's another legendary face that we'll get into, but let's talk about Maury first. Maury, wow. Whenever I had a day off school, home, I was always watching Maury.
Exactly.
Classic. You're not the father. You know what I mean? It really turned into You're Not the Father. But when I was younger, they used to do all kinds of stuff. They used to have one episode where they would just guess if these transsexuals were really a woman or a man.
And that was cool. Everybody loved it back then.
Everyone loved it. Like, if I remember there's days where you'd have half days at school in high school, and me and two of my buddies, we would watch it and we'd be like heavily invested, like yo, you think that is yo.
With Maury, you can look at a lot of different TV shows and look at the crowds and be like, this is like fake. That was a real New York crowd. Whenever you'd see that crowd, they would be doing exactly what you're doing. They'd be going off. That's a huge hit for the New York community. The New York black community loves Maury.
I've tried to find those episodes, but they're like buried on the internet. There's one on YouTube where they show a bit of it, like 10 minutes of like one of those episodes. But okay. I guess that's like transphobic or something. I guess it's wrong or something.
Come on, you can't do that with Maury. See, that's the thing about Maury. It's like, he was never coming from a bad place. No. Whether it was You're the Father or like whatever. Like, he's never coming from a bad place. He was always putting on a great show and giving people the information that they wanted.
And there's some people that was like so shocking. Like, there'd be girls that were on there like 17 times. Or not 17 times, but they had 17 different guys on. Sometimes they'd bring on like 5 guys at a time to be like, are any of you the father? Like, they would have one girl sitting next to 5 guys and be like, I had sex with all these guys in 1 week. Like, let's find out who the dad is. And all these guys are stressing out, finding out one at a time. You're not the father. You're not the father. You're not the father. There's a time where none of them were the father, and they're all just high-fiving each other, having a good time. Like, it was crazy, yo.
Bro, the dances that would happen after you hear You Are Not the Father were epic. You'd see backflips. You'd see moonwalks. You'd see dudes jump into the crowd. Or dudes who were, like, really hated. They would like telling the crowd to fuck off and everything.
Yeah, because sometimes the girl would tell such a convincing story.
Yep.
This guy's dead. He's the only guy I had sex with. It has to be his. There's no other way. And then he would come out to getting booed.
Of course.
Everyone would be like, "Fuck you, you're a bad person." And then he's like, "No, it's not mine." And then they find out it's not his, and they're like, "Oh, okay, all right."
And on top of the other iconic part was the runs.
Oh my God.
The runs, some of them would go far. It would be twist, turn, twist, turn, twist, turn.
You had to have good cardio if you're a Maury cameraman, because you're carrying a camera and running, chasing somebody.
Literally, that camera, like, I know those cameras, bro. I've held those cameras. They're like 15 pounds.
And there's no, they're not plugged in, I guess.
Nah.
It's battery operated.
You just go.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, they would chase them right out of the building sometimes. Like, it's nuts, yo.
Bro, that's sad. That's really sad that show's done. Fuck.
How are people going to find out who the father of their kids are now in New York?
Yeah, you're just going to go to an office and sit there. There's going to be no pageantry. There's going to be no script, nothing. Like, come on.
You are the father. You are not the father. Oh, man. Maury, thanks for all the memories.
Honestly, you should fill that gap. You should just try, because there's that's a void. There's a void in the world right now. If Maury stops this shit, and you got a good 25 years of that.
I would love to do that. I would love to be the new Maury.
Who wouldn't, bro? He's such a good guy. He wasn't like Springer. Springer, you're almost like, yo, this guy's a little wild. Like he's a little, a little crazy. But Maury, you could tell Maury loved the black community. He loved the crowds. He loved what he was doing. He was dope. He was dope. So dope. Damn, that's a sad one.
You'll be missed. And another person that will be missed, another one of my idols, Ellen DeGeneres, is also saying goodbye.
True.
I think that one is more, people saw it coming because of things were starting to fizzle out last year. People were saying she's a bad person. She's like, no, I'm not. I just don't want people's stinky breath in my face. Ellen is a great daytime talk show host.
She's one of the best, and I wish that instead of getting so upset about the bad person stuff, I wish she just leaned into it and was like, yeah, you know what? I've been doing this for how long? You know how Seinfeld is now like more cynical and shit? Like, I wish she just leaned into it and was like, so what? Like, what do you guys think? And just did like a crazy set.
A skit.
Right?
Or like a skit of her just walking into the office that day and just like someone's coming to give her notes, just slapping out their hand, like fucking like shoving mouthwash down someone's throat when they talk to her. Don't talk to me before you brush your damn teeth, yo.
Was that a thing? She didn't like stinky breath?
One of her things was like, yeah, like you cannot talk to her if you have like there were certain foods you weren't allowed to eat at work because she didn't want your breath smelling that way.
Facts.
And then also I think she had like a big thing of gum or mints, whatever, that's like, hey, do yourself a favor, have one of these mints.
Listen, I don't know about anybody else. I appreciate it so much when somebody's like, yo, your breath. I'm
really?
like, thank God. Thank you for telling me. Like, how many people was I going to interact with before I knew about this? I'll be straight with you. My wife hasn't had onions in years.
Oh.
Not having onions. I'm sorry. This is how it goes.
I have a friend that has bad breath, and I've told him a couple times, and I've given him gum a couple times, but it's like, it's so often now that it's like, I guess that's just how you live, yo. And I feel bad telling him, but it's like something that smells so bad. I'm like, how do you not know your breath smells like that? Does it smell like
shit? Like does it smell like legit shit?
It smells like legit shit.
He might have like halitosis. Or he might have a thing with fermenting foods. Like he shouldn't drink alcohol. He shouldn't like.
Most times it is when we were drinking too. So
true. Yeah, 100%. He should just, if he can stop that shit, it'll go away, like instantly. Instantly.
Tip for friend, if you're watching, go. You'll know it's you.
That's the thing though. They don't know.
They don't know.
They have no idea.
It's crazy, yo.
They have no idea.
One time someone told me I had bad breath like on one day, and I'm extra careful now. You know what I mean?
Gotta be.
I just needed to be told once in my life, and now it's like brush your teeth, brush your tongue, fucking mouthwash whenever you're gonna leave the house.
Yeah, 100%.
I do like garlic and onions though.
Buddy, couldn't hang out. We couldn't hang out. You'd have to not eat that before I saw you. Because I'm telling people. I'm straight telling people.
I'm good. Are you good right now?
Yeah, I'm straight. I don't even have to do that. I learned how to smell my breath just like that. Like a French inhale when you're smoking. Straight up. Like, I'm serious about it. I don't play around, man. Breath is a serious thing. Shout out to Ellen. Doing God's work right there.
That's what I'm saying. Like, she didn't sound that bad. She's like, oh, she doesn't want you to be in her face before she's about to do a big show. Yeah. Well, she has shit to think about. You know what I mean? She's dance. She's got a dance to prepare right now.
Right?
She doesn't have time to fucking entertain you with your good mornings. How are you?
You want the first 2 minutes of her monologue to be about the stinky breath she just smelled?
Right.
Because you can get that. Ellen's a demon on stage. She can go there if you really wanted to.
A lot of people don't know that Ellen is one of the best comedians ever.
That's really true. Really true. Like watching her, like you know what her first stand-up set was?
The God thing?
No, her first ever stand-up set.
What?
She goes on stage with a hamburger and she's eating it, and she, like, you know how people don't want to talk with their mouth full? Bro, she did 5 minutes of that. She just would eat it and go, one second. And the whole time. And it got to like, at first people didn't know what was going on, but like by minute 2.5, people were dying. Because she just kept doing it. She stayed with it the whole time. And then when she finished, she was like, that's my time. Bro, that's pretty inventive for your first time up. First time ever. That's pretty legit.
She has another legendary bit when she was doing one of her first like Tonight Show appearances. And she talked about a conversation with God. Just Google or YouTube Ellen Conversation with God, and tell me she's not a great comedian.
So good. And that was, you know what inspired that too, right?
Talking to God?
Nah, man. Her first girlfriend died. And before the girl died, she was kind of being wishy-washy. She was kind of playing games with the girl. Kind of like, oh, I kind of want to be with you, kind of like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And then the girl died. I think her name was Caroline or Carol, and she actually has it tattooed on her.
Damn.
Yeah. It was, and then she was like, she had a moment where she was like, she wanted to talk to God, like, why the fuck would you do some shit like that? And that's how that set came out. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I was just looking at that. That's gonna annoy me now. That is crazy though. Shout out to Ellen, shout out to Maury, 2 great influences in my life, 2 great daytime talk show hosts.
So good.
You will be missed. And if you need somebody to fill that void, I will take over either of jobs. Ellen's, I feel like it would be they want a big star. But Maury, hey, you might just want a young go-getter like me to come tell people who's the father and who's not the father. And guess what? We're bringing back if this girl's a woman or not. No, we definitely can't.
Of course you could. Like, you could. If they're down with it, it's not like you're picking random people who don't know. Like, if they're down, like, what's the problem?
If they they were having fun with that too.
Yeah,
100%. They would go up and be like, they would have like a fun little like tagline, I love to play tennis, but those aren't the only balls I'm hitting.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
I remember.
And then some people in the crowd would be like, oh, she's so hot. Oh, what?
The best part about being a woman is that I am voluptuous and deliciously luscious.
That's a man?
She's a man. Look at her.
Why? I think she walks like a woman.
I'm going to have to go with the man on that one.
And then it ends up being like an actual woman. I don't know. Anyways, you're all actual women. Everyone's a woman. This is all going on Uncut Jams.
Uncut job. Right. Uncut job. Right.
Uncut job. Speaking of people leaving things, Tom Schwartz is leaving Katie Maloney. And who are they? I bet you don't even know.
No.
Well, they both have 1 million followers on Instagram, respectively, each. So I'm like, some of you probably know who they are. You ever watch Vanderpump Rules?
Of course.
Okay, so that's one of the couples on there. They've been a couple the whole 9 seasons it's been around. They got married on the show. They got engaged on the show. We've watched them grow. And now, I think in the next season, we will watch them get divorced. They both posted a long Instagram caption explaining, you know what I mean? Love ya, but gotta go kind of thing. They still have love for each other. It's not like a hateful breakup. But those two, if you watch the whole thing, in all 9 seasons, they always had a problem with not having sex. They never had sex.
True.
They got engaged, never had sex. Like, right out, like, everyone was like, did you guys consummate the engagement? No. They went to fucking, on a vacation together, they'd be like, how many times did you fuck your girl this vacation? They're like, none. So, I don't know. But they did look like they were having a good time together. That's what I'm like, sometimes I watch it, I'm like, okay, so if you find somebody that you love spending time with, but you don't like having sex with, and then you marry them, but obviously it's going to be a problem eventually, because if you're going to have a faithful marriage, there's only one person you can have sex with, and if they're not having sex with you,
you kind of assed out.
Yeah, so
or ass in.
If I had to guess, that's why they broke up. But I bet we'll find out on the next season of Vanderpump Rules.
See, the thing about that is, it can seem like they're having a great time because, like, the producers will just tell the editor to make it that way. You know what I mean? Like, take the best parts and this and that. But who knows how they really were? Like, I mean, Love Is Blind. It's like apparently Shane and Natalie actually were fighting all the time. But the way they edited it, they made it seem like they were a great couple.
Right.
Like, just like shit like that, you know what I mean?
That doesn't surprise me too much because Shane was a fucking maniac. And if you want to hear more on Love Is Blind, go check out my Love Is Blind recaps. They're all on my YouTube channel.
True. Oh yeah, you did one. Who'd you do that with?
I did them all. I did every week, yo.
Who did you do that with?
Hannah Veldoon.
That's who. Okay.
Another Toronto comic. Very funny.
True. I only saw one of them.
We did one for the first crop of episodes, one for the wedding episode, we did.
Okay.
We did 4, I think.
Sick.
And a lot of people liked it. They said they liked our banter and bring it back for something else. So maybe for the next Netflix show, The Ultimatum. Have you heard of the next one coming up?
Oh, my wife's like, I don't even want to watch this one.
Why, did your wife give you an ultimatum?
No. But she was just like
stressful.
But like it's just the way it's set up. Like you're going in, You know, one person wants to get married, one doesn't, and now the remedy to that, your ultimatum. You're gonna pair your ultimatum with 14 other girls. Are you crazy?
No,
you know how many guys are gonna be fucking in that show?
That's not what it is. You're thinking of Temptation Island.
No, that is the ultimatum.
Ultimatum is you're not paired with 14 other girls. You're gonna be paired with one other girl.
Yeah, but there's a bunch to choose from. They don't put you with one. You pick one.
Okay. I guess I don't really know. This is how I understood it from the trailer. You're gonna have ultimatums. Some guys that gave a girl ultimatum. Some girls that gave guys ultimatums. They're all gonna go to the same place. And from the way I understood it, is the people that were given ultimatums are gonna link up with people that were given ultimatums. The people that gave ultimatums are gonna be linking up with people that gave ultimatums. So it's gonna be two people that are forcing other people to get married, so that I guess they're gonna find out what it's like to be like with somebody else or whatever. I don't know.
You get to pick.
Yeah.
You get to pick.
Somebody's gonna fuck. If no one fucks, then don't even release the show.
Everyone's fucking.
No, not everyone's fucking.
Everyone's gonna fuck. Maybe some of them will get edited out, but bro, did you see what these girls look like? You saw the trailer. Somebody's fucking. Somebody's fucking. A lot. Somebody's getting dug out. Sorry, can I say that on this show?
Yeah.
My apologies.
I always click. It's not for children.
True. Yeah, same.
Yeah.
No matter what. True.
But speaking of like crazy concepts Netflix is coming up with, they're actually deciding that they're going to try and charge people for using more than one household for their account.
I saw that.
And I hope not, because I've been using other people's account for the last 8 years.
Allegedly. Hold it down. They're listening, bro. Netflix is
Uncut
listening.
Gems.
Yo, I saw that. They're going to charge like $2.99, they said. Not happening, bro.
Oh, I hope not. Everyone's going to be like, stop using my password.
How are they gonna enforce that?
I have no idea.
It
shows where you're using it, doesn't it?
It can show where you're using it, but it's like if let's say my wife's at work right now and her mom's using hers, like what's my wife can just be like, I was over there. I was there. I logged into my thing.
Yeah.
So now you're gonna charge like just one person for using their account in different places?
Right.
Can't do that.
Yeah, fuck you, Netflix.
Straight up.
That's why I haven't paid you guys in years.
Right.
Speaking of toxic breakups, Tori and Meg the Stallion. I don't know if they were ever dating, but they had a little toxic ending where he allegedly shot her in the foot. And now it's coming to light that he did not shoot her in the foot. And everyone's finding out the truth that Meg the Stallion told a little bit of a lie.
You know that you done fucked up when Drake and Rihanna both unfollow you.
Drake and Rihanna unfollowed her. She also got dropped as an ambassador for Fenty. So
it's all ooh, really? It's coming to light. She was talking shit.
It's
she
crazy.
Really was. And Tory was saying it the whole time. He's like, people are gonna see. And it looks like it's true. That's wild, bro.
Also, shout out to Tory Lanez. My buddy works security at a concert venue, and he said that Tory Lanez is the best live performer he's seen come through there. He works at Phoenix Center, so it's not, they don't have like the biggest acts, but it's usually like, if you're about, you know what I mean? It's not gonna be the Drakes and the fucking, you don't see them, but everyone just under that line.
The performers.
Right.
True.
He said Tory Lanez puts on one of the best concerts. So go support this man. He's not shooting women in the foot.
That's a wild thing to put on somebody.
I'll tell you who's shooting themselves in the foot. Meg Thee Stallion with that lie.
Cheddar Bob. That's who she is. She's Cheddar Bob. Remember Cheddar Bob?
Oh yeah, he shot himself in the dick.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Man, that's crazy though. I can't wait to see that lawsuit, like that court case, completely just come out and see all the evidence. Because Academics was talking about how he already heard that there was no DNA and everything, like before everybody knew. And she came out and said, "Oh, these are lies," and blah blah blah. She has doubled, tripled, and quadrupled down on this stuff. And if it's not true,
so what do you think? Do you think she is like mastermind like a plan to like help her album sales, or was she like really drunk and she actually thinks that he shot her? Like she did get hit in the foot with a bullet, and she just blamed him because like that's how her memory thought it happened. Like, do you think she intended to lie, or she believes it the lie?
I think, listen, we talked about it in other podcasts about how Meg Thee Stallion does these rollouts. I was trying to explain to you what a rollout was and how extravagant they can get. So this can very well be a rollout, but I think somebody else shot her. And I think that somebody else is like a real nigga. And I think you can't be talking about that dude shooting people in the foot. So she went with the famous dude who she can actually not worry about. Because Tory Lanez is not blowing anybody's head off. He's not. But the people, her management and everything, they're some real dudes. And if one of them shot her in the foot, it's like, you better put that on somebody else real quick, or else it's gonna be an issue. Straight up. Check who her management is. They're not playing. They don't play.
She has some.
There's real niggas on her management. Real. Check it out. They don't play. I'm just saying.
I would love to have a pun here about Meg Thee Stallion, more like Meg the something, but I'm like, what is a liar? You know what I mean? What do you Meg the something? Like, I'm thinking like 3 syllables.
Meg the Stallion.
More like Meg
the Lion. Yeah, kind of, yeah. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Meg the Stallion. More like Meg the Lion. That was good, man.
That's why we blend, bro.
Way to come through with that one, you know? If that's what she changes her next album name to, like The Lion.
We'll see how it goes for her after this, man, because her career was just budding, and I bet there's no more Cardi B features. I bet that's done.
Cardi B needs to, throw Tory Lanez a feature. Help the guy out. You know what I mean? He didn't shoot anyone. He deserves a little Cardi B feature.
Man, as soon as you seen like all these rappers who were like should have been like not fucking with Tory, and you seen them fucking with them, it was like, okay, they know the story.
They know the inside scoop.
You know, because they had no shame about it. They didn't even speak on it. They were just like, it's my nigga Tory. So we'll see.
I know, and the thing is, he was it really stopped him in his tracks because he was blowing up at that time, and he actually released a pretty good album that it didn't get as much juice as it should have because people were like, we can't listen to Tory Lanez. He's shooting our beautiful black queen Meg Thee Stallion in the foot.
Yep. And Quarantine Radio, that got stopped in its tracks.
And it was doing so good.
It was amazing. Yeah. It was incredible. Could have stopped the Netflix show for all we know, man.
But you can't keep a good man down.
Nah, not a black man. You know what I mean? That's how it goes.
But I'll tell you who they are trying to keep down right now. Kanye West not invited to the Grammys anymore because of his social media antics. What a reason to not go to the Grammys. What the hell? This guy just put out a great documentary, put out 2 albums within a year, and you're not gonna let him come to the Grammys? The fuck?
That makes no sense. It makes no sense for them. Who's in the equation? Pete Davidson, not a musician. Kim Kardashian, nothing. And Kanye West, one of the best musicians of our time. And he's not, like, how does that even make sense in their heads? Neither of them are even up for awards, Pete and Kim.
No. And so many people have tried to say, oh, it's like, it's an abuse thing. He's abusing her. But Kim and Kanye are still, like, seeing each other, handing off the kids and everything. Like, if it was that scary of a situation, it wouldn't be like that. Like, it's not like that. Like, he has a documentary and an album to promote. She has the Kardashians coming to Hulu. They're both eating off this drama.
Facts.
This is not a somewhere where someone's getting hurt and wishing it would end.
That's true.
They're both loving this for their careers.
That's so true. Yeah. That is true. And at the same time, it's not an abuse thing. Like, if you actually break down what he's doing, like, at first it was like a little bit, I'd say on the line of like simpy, you know, I want my wife back, come back, please, this, that. But that's like, you know, I won't say, people say it's romantic. I say it's like simpy. But then it switched over to like the kids. And you can't brand him as somebody who's being abusive when he's trying to get to his kids. And he's trying to bring his kids closer to God. You already know how I feel about God. He's first. So, you know what I mean? How are you gonna say that he's an abuser when he's just trying to have his kids come to Sunday service?
And he doesn't want them on TikTok, which I think is a good.
It's complete. It makes complete sense that you'd want your kid off of TikTok. You don't want her going into this whole machine that these Kardashians have made, where you get pumped into this show, and all of a sudden when you hit 18, 19, your tits are huge and your ass blows up and this and that, and your lips and this and that. He doesn't want her to do that. That's completely like a father.
Also, not to become a slave to social media. Like, when you're fucking, if you're at that age, just on your phone all the time. Like, I hope at least there's some control over that. Like, I didn't get a cell phone until I was 18 years old. I know that's not realistic these days, but I wouldn't want my kids to have a phone for. If I was gonna give my kids a phone, I'd give them a flip phone. I wouldn't give them a fucking one with all the social media on it and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like poison. Like, it's good if you can use it as a tool, but it's definitely like, if you're mindlessly scrolling for hours, it's not good for your life.
Mindlessly scrolling, and on top of that, it's not even mindlessly scrolling. When she posts something, just the comments in general, because it's not little kids, and that's another thing. It's not little kids watching them. It's people who like Kim Kardashian who are watching these TikToks, and it's people who don't like Kim Kardashian watching these. And as a little kid, if you're seeing millions of people saying something negative about you, you're gonna internalize that.
True.
The same way you would internalize the positive, you're gonna internalize the negative, and that's why you want to keep a kid off social media.
Yeah,
you don't want them going through all that. And if you look at that situation with the Sunday service and the kid, Kim's like, you can have all the other kids, but the one I'm making money off of on TikTok, she has to stay home. That's wild. That is wild. Nobody's talking. Yeah, Kanye talks about it. He's like, I just want all my kids at the service. She's saying that North can't come.
Because she has to be on TikTok?
Why can't the one kid come? All the other ones can.
That's weird.
That's weird, man. The oldest, the firstborn, can't come because she has to do whatever. And on top of that, she's possibly alone with Pete Davidson. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Well, I will say, as a kid that grew up, did you grow up going to church?
No.
Because there was a certain age where you're like, I don't want to go to church anymore. Like, your parents do drag you when you're a kid, and like you don't really have much say in it. But how old is North now?
She must be like maybe 10, 11.
Okay, that's still too young. I was thinking maybe she's a teenager and she's just like, I don't want to go, and Kim's like, fine, you don't have to go. Like, we're not gonna make a big thing out of it.
See that and that's where I know, hot take. That's where Kim's a bad mother, because that's when you're supposed to go. It's time with your dad. You have to go see your dad. That's what he's doing. And listen, honey, he's one of the best performers in the world. You're gonna have a good time. He's like,
True.
You're gonna have an okay time.
It ain't boring Catholic service that I used to go to where it wouldn't be that fun to go. It's like they're having a good time.
It's gonna be insane. You possibly might see Jay-Z there. Like,
are
you kidding me right now?
They might have some good features on the tracks,
right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He just made up with Drake. Yeah. You might see Drake come down, Angel Wings.
Rihanna's coming to sing "This Little Light of Mine."
You know what I mean? So it's like that's where, like, if that was a regular woman, if Kim was a regular woman and you heard she's keeping one kid and sending all the others, you'd be like, that woman's fucked up. Because it's Kim Kardashian and people don't like Kanye West because he was all pro-Trump and this and that. All of a sudden she's like this star mother.
That's the thing too, yeah.
Hasn't been able to hold down a marriage at all. Why do we think she'd be this extravagant, amazing mother? She's a great mother according to who? Pete Davidson? The guy looks like he's on heroin all the time. The fuck are we talking about right now? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. That's just me.
Yeah.
That's just me. This is not JamEasy talk. This is me.
But back to him getting not allowed to go to the Grammys now. Trevor Noah's hosting it, and I guess him and Trevor Noah had like a little bit of social media back and forth here. Do you have some stuff on that?
I didn't realize Trevor Noah was hosting it. Now it makes a lot more sense.
But even Trevor Noah said, I said get him counseling, not canceling.
Oh,
so damn. Even Trevor Noah was like, I didn't say I didn't want him to be at the Grammys. I just said like, hey, the guy needs to talk to somebody.
I don't know, man. When he was talking to people, when he was doing the med thing and going in to see people, dude was $50 million in debt, asking for handouts from Facebook and Nike and shit. This guy went and did what he wanted to do. He started letting in God. Dude's worth $6 billion now. I don't really know if he needs counseling. I really don't.
If you're talking to God, who else do you need to talk to?
Facts. I don't know. It's just, that's a little wild. But I didn't know Trevor Noah was hosting it. That makes more sense why they wouldn't want him there. Because he called him a coon.
He called
Trevor Noah a coon.
Fair.
He said kumbaya. He said, sing it with me. He made a post. Sing it with me, everybody. Kumbaya.
Damn.
Kumbaya.
That's crazy, man. Yeah, people don't like to be called that.
Nah.
I'm sure people called Kanye that when he was all pro-Trump and stuff, though.
For sure. 100%.
Yeah, that's an easy way to hurt somebody's feelings.
Man, but... and I just got to throw in, at the beginning of this, the second that Kanye let in God, there was rumors circulating of him getting a divorce from Kim. Like that Kim wanted a divorce. Okay? I'm not saying that family's evil.
But she is the devil.
But she started hissing the second that her husband wanted to go towards God. I'm just saying.
That's crazy.
Don't look up to this lady. I'm just saying. I'll look up to a man who's trying to be a good father, especially when he's black. He's trying to be involved in his kid's life. He bought a house across the street. People see that as abuse. Are you crazy? Bro, when my parents split up, my dad moved all the way to Scarborough. I couldn't get in touch with him. 40 minutes, an hour away to a little kid is forever away.
Yeah.
This guy said, I'm going to buy a house right across the street so you guys can just come right over.
Yeah.
That's a good father. Sorry, white America, because mainly you guys who have a problem with this. Sorry. That's what black people need to start doing.
Moving across the street from there.
Being the family unit and wanting that and promoting that more. Sorry, guys. That's just the way it is.
Like, it would be a little awkward if your ex lived across the street from you, though. I get for the kids, it's good. For the kids, it's good.
If I had kids, it wouldn't be awkward to me. I'd be like, okay, I get it.
What if every time you bring a different girl home, your ex is like causing a big scene and shit? You know what I mean?
No, come on. I'm a helicopter the girl in. We're not walking in like regular people with the house keys jingling. It's gonna be a helicopter to the backyard.
So you're assuming you're rich at this point too?
Of course. If my ex is buying a house across the street, that's obviously my money.
Okay.
Come on. This is Earth we're talking about. It's obviously my money, my alimony. Come on.
What if we're living in a more realistic world and
Okay.
you're just in an apartment building and she gets the apartment right next to you?
Okay,
and
so
her bedroom
so,
door,
so
her
straight
bedroom
up,
wall is right against your bedroom wall, and when you're banging against the headboard against the wall,
my standards are
you
here.
hear your ex banging on the wall like, stop fucking that whore.
Don't put no apartment on me, okay? Okay, don't put that on me. Don't put that evil on me.
Townhouse.
I'm gonna be in a detached house in a nice neighborhood that's gonna say like white people estates at the front of it before you drive in the gate. Okay.
Okay.
I'm not playing games, all right? Okay. This is first off, and plus, me and my wife would never get divorced. I love you, baby.
Speaking of making money though, and Kanye, Jake Paul has offered him and Pete Davidson $60 million to get in the ring together.
Kanye will beat his ass. Kanye will beat Pete's ass. This guy's strung out 24/7, bags under his eye, freshly branded.
Do you think either of them will take that fight? Do you think
Kanye-
either of them would be interested in taking that fight?
Kanye's a billionaire though.
So I don't think Kanye would.
Like Pete needs the check.
You think I don't even think he would though.
I don't think he would, but he definitely needs the check. A $60 million type of check, he needs that. Kanye, on the other hand, he made that off of his album just from selling that little player in his hand. And shit.
I know, that's crazy. Did you get the player?
I'm getting it. That's my birthday present.
Really?
My birthday's in April the 11th.
Damn.
Aries, fiery. Okay, I'm getting that for my birthday.
411.
That's right, 411.
Oh, what's the 411? That's a song.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
But yeah, that fight, it would be amazing if they did. It'd be incredible if they both took that fight and this fought. But I think Kanye beat his ass. Not that I think Kanye's a fighter. I don't think he is. But just the fuel of that person fucking your ex and around your kids and causing all this shit for you, you're gonna bring out some extra power.
Sometimes people think, oh, if I'm really angry, I could beat you up. But it's like, no, if you're really angry, you're going to get your ass kicked because you're going to be fighting with anger.
Sometimes, yeah.
And if somebody knows how to fight, they're going to use your anger against you, yo. I'm pretty sure that's from like a kung fu movie. It's like, yo, your anger? Yo, it's from Star Wars, yo.
Is
you
it?
You don't want your anger to take over because you'll lose the force. You know what I mean? You can go to the dark side and you could be as strong as Darth Vader, but you're still going to end up getting murdered by Luke Skywalker because he don't have that anger taken over him. You know?
True. But I still think Pete would get beat up. But I don't like Pete Davidson. I don't like how he's moving. And the last thing is that he tried to bait Kanye West out to beat his ass in that little text message exchange. I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah.
Where he's calling him a bitch and all sorts of shit. He's trying. That's what they try to do to us. They try to make us mad. So we fight, get violent, and then he can't see none of the kids. Then it won't just be one, it'll be all of the kids he can't see. It'll be done.
Speaking of, like you're saying, trying to get a black man mad? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
This will probably go on Uncut Gems, but I'm just going to, this is because this is so off topic, but I watched this documentary last night, The Gospel According to Mac.
Uncut Jam. Right. Uncut Jam. Right.
Uncut job.
Yeah.
Damn. All right. Fuck.
All right. Back to the show. And speaking of beating it up, turns out Trey Songz might be beating it up with Khloe Kardashian. They've been spotted together recently.
Chloe.
What'd I say?
Is that the thick one? No, I'm just wondering which one.
Oh, Chloe. Yeah, that's Tristan Thompson's ex.
Okay, that's O.J. Simpson's daughter.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Trey Songz he's been a ghost recently. You know, Mr. Steal Your Girl. Yeah. That's an interesting guy to move on to when you're like you've just been hurt so many times by this guy that was cheating on you. So you just go to this nice wholesome guy Trey Songz who barely has sex with anyone. You know?
Yeah. No, he's not. It's not like he has a song called "I'm an Animal." No,
Yeah.
no, nothing like that.
Ooh.
Oh, you know that track.
I when Trey Songz was on the come up, I thought he was gonna be the next R. Kelly. I thought he was like,
Yeah, real shit.
not in like sex crimes way, but in like music way.
Yeah.
I thought he makes really good music. But here's what happened with Trey Songz. I don't know if you know why he disappeared.
Why?
So Trey Songz, Mr. Steal Your Girl, Mr. Steal Your Girl. That's his brand.
Of course.
Sometimes stealing people's girls can get messy. All right, and he stole someone's girl that was Floyd Mayweather's friend, and when Floyd Mayweather was on FaceTime with the guy talking to him about it, and he was like crying about it, the guy killed himself on FaceTime with Floyd Mayweather.
He killed his girl too, no?
Did he kill his girl too?
I'm pretty sure. Like, I think the chick's name was Stephanie. And I think he killed the
You
girl
call her
too.
Stephanie? I call her Heffany, or I call her Deathany. Actually, is she dead?
Wow! Wow!
No. I don't know if he killed this girl. Like, from all the story I heard is that he killed himself on FaceTime with Floyd Mayweather.
What I heard,
and it was such like a fucked up thing, and it actually like fucked with Trey Songz. He felt really bad about it, and he should.
Yeah.
But it's like, how do you go back on a track and talk about I'm Mr. Steal Your Girl after you, like, a friend of a friend killed himself over it?
Wow.
It's hard.
Imagine he just made an album after called "Kill Yourself."
Damn, yo.
And he just like this.
I'm gonna make you kill yourself after I fuck your bitch.
I'm positive that dude killed his girl, and then was crying about it on the phone with Floyd, and then killed himself.
If you went to a Trey Songz concert with your girl and Trey Songz said, "I want to come see me backstage after," like,
You said that to me?
no, your girl, like a security guard came up and said, "Hey, Trey Songz wants to meet you backstage," would you be like, "You're not going"?
I'd be like, "Let's go."
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Because one time when I was dating a girl, this is like probably like 12 years ago, like when I was in my early 20s, and fuck, who was it? It was a dance hall artist.
Oh shit!
Wayne Wonder, maybe. Oh yeah.
Want to dagger someone's girl? Ew, fuck.
So security guy comes up and says he wants to see you backstage. I wasn't like dating her that long, so like I wouldn't be heartbroken, but at the same time I'm like, I'm not gonna just chill while you go fuck this guy. So I'm like, you can go back, but I'm not waiting.
Obviously.
And then she was like all drunk and mad, like, why are you being like that? I'm like, I'm not gonna wait while you go backstage. Like, what the
Why
fuck?
are you being like that? That's amazing. She was like, yo.
She's like, I just want to say hi to him. I'm like, go say hi. I just won't be here when you come back.
I just want to say hi is crazy.
I just want to meet him.
Crazy.
I just want to meet him. I was like, okay, go meet him.
I just want to meet him.
I just will not be here when you come outside.
He ain't trying to just meet girls. Like if they're pulling you back, bro, it's to get blown out. You're getting
100%.
You're getting blown out.
100%. Yeah. If he has a song, Wayne Wonder, I lose all control when I see you dancing there in front of me.
That's it.
He loses all control when he sees you dancing there in front of him.
You know,
he literally asked you to come back when he saw you dancing in front of him,
bro.
And he's gonna lose control. And you want me to let you go back there while he loses control?
And he's Jamaican, so what he's gonna do is he's gonna sing that exact line while he grabs her by the hand and twirls her around while he's gyrating his hips. I know I'm Jamaican. I would do the same thing. And he's gonna lead her over, and then that's it. She gonna get some drinks. She getting fucked all night.
Before the end of the night, I am so tempted to touch. Before the end of the night, I want to hold you so tight. Tempted to touch, bro.
Oh, him? Oh my God!
You think I don't listen to the lyrics of the song? You think it's just gonna be an innocent meet and greet when he's tempted to touch?
She thought you.
And he's losing control.
She thought you were just a regular white guy and you couldn't understand. That's what it was. She thought you were just regular.
Anyways, she's married now. She has kids, and congratulations.
Congratulations to that man.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, congratulations. You kept her good. She didn't go, right?
She didn't go.
She didn't go. Look at that.
And honestly, she wasn't that upset about it. Like when she was drunk, she was upset about it. But the next day, it's not like she was like, "Oh, I wish you let me go." I think she knew. I think she knew what she was trying to get away with there.
Exactly. She was like, I just want to get my back.
But the thing is, we didn't stay together, so maybe she should have fucked him.
Yeah, like maybe. I don't know. Like, come on. Like, why you like? I don't know why any girl wants to really do that, because you know you're gonna get 5 minutes with this guy. He doesn't have to put down any good dick whatsoever, at all. 5 minutes. There's probably 10 of you that he fucking calls back there. So everybody's just getting nuts thrown on them. That's it. And then you're gonna have sex with his friends. That is literally how it goes backstage. That is how.
Okay, say you don't have to have sex with his friends, and all you do is go back there and give a blowjob. Now let's put it in our sense. Like, okay, who's a famous girl artist that you like?
Girl artist, Cardi B.
Cardi B. Okay, say Cardi B invites you back, and she's like, "Eat my pussy for 5 minutes and get the fuck out."
Nah, I'm not doing that. Nah, ain't no way in hell I'm just eating her out and leaving like that.
Just to have the story.
Are you crazy?
Because I think some girls will take pride in the fact that it's like, I sucked Trey Songz's dick.
I get. You know what? If you're one of the in certain circuits, like that's currency.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
But I don't think that girl was like that.
Nah.
Like, I don't think she would have took pride in it. Like, she would have, no question, like to fuck Wayne Wonder. Like, why not? But I don't think she would take pride in, like, if she just went backstage and sucked his dick for 5 minutes. I don't think she'd be going around bragging about it to all her friends.
You know what I had once? I'll tell you. I don't talk about it. But one time with my first ex, she went to the docks. I don't know if you know the docks in Toronto. And Neo was there. And Neo, pretty sure Neo fucked my girl.
No way.
Pretty sure Neo fucked my girl. Saw pictures. He's a little. Pretty sure Neo.
Did it make you so sick of love songs?
Oh my! I couldn't listen to that song. It was my favorite song. I was like, "Yo, fuck this guy, man." I'm positive this guy. My girl looks sick.
Did you have to change your answering machine? Now that you're alone, because right now it says that we can't pick up the phone.
I don't even want to hear that song.
And I know it makes no sense.
To this day, when I see Neo, I'm like, "Yo, fuck that guy."
Yeah. One of my buddies, he doesn't think they fuck, but a guy, Bobby Valentino, tried to fuck his girl, and now he never likes to listen to Bobby Valentino songs.
Of course. Fuck them niggas.
What's a good Bobby Valentino song?
I think
you're talking about Neo now. Bobby Valentino's fuck.
He has the one with Lil Wayne.
Slow down. I just want to get to know you. But don't turn around. That pretty little thing looks good to me.
Yeah. There's that, and he had the wee wee with Lil Wayne.
Yeah. Wee.
Yeah.
Like a cop car.
So glad Neo fell off. So glad.
Did he? He probably still writes songs for people.
He does, but I don't see him anymore.
Neo wrote some of Usher's best songs and Beyonce's best songs.
For real?
Yeah.
I bet those songs sucked. How about that?
Yeah.
How about that?
I'll bet you who sucked. Your girl sucked his dick.
Why gotta do that? Why do you have to say that?
Anyways, anything to promote before we go?
Yes, me and my wife. Not that same girl.
Not that dumb.
Not that Jezebel harlot. Not her. My wife. Me and her. We have a podcast called Date Night Conspiracies. It's literally like we just sit down and we just talk about a lot of what ifs, you know. We just talk about like the Denver airport, and we talk about Hollow Earth, and we just talk about different conspiracies, and we just go down rabbit holes together. And other than that, what else? Oh, I have something coming out called the Open Brother Project. It's going to be a podcast where I sit down with other men and we kind of just open up about things we've never talked about. And hopefully,
like our girls getting fucked by famous rappers and dance artists.
Exactly. So like it's just gonna be a podcast like that where we just talk about stuff and we open up and hopefully can help young men who have had trouble on the path to becoming better men like I did. So that's pretty much it.
Now, just to backtrack for 1 second there, Neo pisses you off, but is there any famous person that you'd be like, I'm alright being Eskimo brothers with him? Not with your wife, but I'm saying with like an ex, like at the time, whatever. Is there anyone that you'd be like, that's kind of sick that I'm Eskimo brothers with him?
Nah. Maybe after. Maybe if it's like he dealt with it and then I dealt with it. But if I'm dealing with it and you fuck her for one night, like, no, nobody.
Okay, yeah.
I'm a man. I'm not like one of those dudes who's like, oh my god, Drake sucked my girl off and I smelled her breath and I know what Drake's dick smells like. I'm not one of those dudes.
No, not
Hell
like
no.
that. I was
Hell
thinking
no.
like Brock Lesnar fucked my girl and then I fucked her after, and then she's like, you have the biggest dick, and I'm just like, I have a bigger dick than Brock Lesnar.
That would be pretty wild.
I'm down.
That would be pretty wild.
I would be like,
That would be pretty wild. You find out like you put it down better than The Rock.
oh yeah,
That
yeah.
would be like, or like you're better than Jason Momoa or some shit. Like, I'd be happy about that.
She's like, I had sex with The Rock, but your dick's bigger. And I'm like, it doesn't matter if it's The Rock, because my dick was bigger. If you smell what my cock is doing, I don't know. I wanted to close it out in a nice, fun way.
Thank you for that.
But yeah, thanks for coming through.
Man,
Classic friend of the show, Colin Cummings.
I'm so happy you're doing this. I'm so happy, and I hope there's many more of these episodes. And don't stop, don't slow down. I promise you, it will only get bigger and better. I promise you, it will. Just don't stop.
See ya.